Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is the July 2020 monthly reading. I'm doing strictly oracle cards, kind of freestyling it for this reading. So the first deck we're going to be using is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. It is an oracle deck, even though it has tarot in the name. It has tarot overlaps. Seeing the Lovers card, which just came up for Gemini. You may be dealing with a Gemini. And stand your ground. Okay, Seven of Wands energy. I do feel like there's this, like a partnership, okay, that's like, it's almost like you against the world, okay? But again, it's not an individual kind of energy. At least it doesn't feel like that, okay? It doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. Could be business partnership, could be friendship, family situation going on, okay? And I also feel this energy of, which is a collective energy, right? Just lots of spiritual awakenings happening right now. But this month in particular feels particularly heavy around that, okay? It's perhaps especially for you, Aries, okay, here with the spiritual strength. And then you have the World card coming out here with the universe, okay? So what are the messages, Spirit, for Aries? Lots of people moving as well, okay? Whether it is literally or metaphorically. With the moving on card coming up there. What are the messages, Spirit, for Aries? Okay. Ooh. I love this. Aries, what? Wow. Incredible. Things are changing really quickly for you, Aries, it seems. Really quickly. Yeah, and it's really, okay, it's like you're on a spiritual sort of up-leveling here, okay? You have the Hierophant card coming out here. Taurus energy. We have accelerated motion, number 8, which is all about manifestation, okay, abundance, right? Talks also about the cycles of change, right? That everything sort of changes, right? People reinvent themselves or they move, change jobs, whatever the case may be. But again, really fast moving energy here, right? With that like shooting star looking towards that. And I'm almost getting like, it's like you see this in your mind's eye or you feel it, okay? For a lot of people in the collective right now, they're having pretty prophetic dreams. So if you're remembering your dreams, do write them down, okay? We might read for that card, let's see, but let's move on super quickly. I do want to point out also, so you have 8 and then you have double 4s, okay? Which obviously add up to an 8. And numerology has been really prominent in the readings for me this month. That's one of the reasons I'm using the decks I'm using. You have firm foundation coming up here, okay? This card always reminds me of fire energy too. Also the root chakra, right? Our base and our grounding being super solid and rooted like a tree, immovable in that way. Right? Bending instead of breaking, that whole metaphor. I love that. With this firm foundation, this is what you're working on or working towards, the direction that you're going into. Some of you, again, could be moving, changing jobs here because this can allude to tangible changes that are happening in your life. Okay. And although it may feel like things are sort of uncertain or unknown or you know, a little bit up and down, back and forth, a little rocky right now, it's heading in this direction again in an accelerated pace. And then you're coming out here with the Authority card. Okay, so again, some of you, you know, you could be thinking of like purchasing a home, or again, you're getting some type of promotion, but there's definitely something here that it's like you're coming into some sort of leadership role, okay, or yeah, it's like leadership role or, you know, having people look to you or look up to you, okay? Or even if it's just like how you're looking at yourself. I am also just feeling like a partnership here as well. Even though we're not really seeing that explicitly across the cards, there's something in this Authority card. Could be someone that you're dealing with, okay, as well. Could be that you're dealing with another fire sign, okay, or just someone who is very much so mirroring your energy right now. Again, doesn't have to be in a romantic capacity. Could be in a work situation or family dynamic, friendship group, that kind of thing. So let's read for at least accelerated motion. We'll see what else, if anything, wants to come up here. Let's see. Okay. Nope. Here it is. Okay. This card represents speed, flight, swift movement, hope, passion, and above all, endings to delays. The conditions around you are perfect and appear to be rapidly heading in the direction of your goals and desires. Luck is on your side and your enthusiasm is at an all-time high. Brace yourself as you finally witness the manifestation of what you've worked for and visualized. Remember I was saying, I feel like y'all sort of see this in your mind's eye, okay? Or maybe it's coming across in a dream, something like that. This is a call for initiative, but you should also ask yourself, is there anything else in my life that I need to act on now? Be wise and take advantage of these ideal conditions. Now isn't the time for you to fight against the river of life. Trust, have faith, and go with the flow. This strong current is taking you to a positive outcome in future. And what's interesting is that last note about, evaluating and being wise, right? Super on point for the Mercury retrograde energy, because it's not really a good time to rush into anything new per se right now, but it is a good time to sort of evaluate, plan, and then pretty soon, right? Like later on this month, early next month, even perhaps as early as that for some of you, it will be time to move forward, or these changes will really be coming in, okay? And that call to be wise, to wisdom, is really drawing me to this Hierophant card, right? So we might read for that as well. And then just underneath that, which also happened for Gemini, you have the sacral chakra highlighted here in the reverse, okay? So lots of people in the collective working on the sacral chakra. It's our second chakra up from the root, right? Very much so tied to inner childhood healing and trauma, okay? Which is being highlighted for the collective right now as well. So that may be an area that you need to focus on as these changes are coming in or as you're moving forward, okay? So let's read for that card and then we'll move on to the numerology deck. So number 5, which number 5 also is a number talking about changes, okay, happening in your life. So it says when the student is ready, and again, remember, I'm seeing like another person, okay? So it could even be like a mentor or some kind of boss here, okay? If it's not you, right, it could be someone around you, right, that you're looking to for that kind of advice or guidance. So it says when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher, remember we saw spiritual strength, who's about to influence you or step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge, and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that you're so much more than a physical being. You are also a spiritual being with unlimited potential. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organization or group of like-minded souls. Being part of a group where you can be yourself, share your thoughts, and get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred support helps you live your life to the highest ideals, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment that's part of your soul. Over time, the student often becomes the teacher, so don't be surprised when others seek out and find you. This card of wisdom is letting you know that you have so much to share, whether you realize it or not. There were some messages like that also in the Gemini reading, okay, about teaching, like specifically that guidance around teaching and learning, okay, and I'm seeing again, it's like a cycle, right? Like the turn and 8 on its side, right? And it's like the infinity symbol, but it's like that cycle of teaching and learning. I love it. All right, so let's see what your numerology, manifestation, what did I say? Look at that, teaching and learning and manifestation. What are the messages, Spirit, for Aries? Lots of surrender energy too, right? I feel like there's this compulsion to control, and that is actually antithetical to getting what you want right now, okay? Just going with the flow is gonna be your best bet, okay? And there's forgiveness required here. Maybe there's disappointments from the past, or again, past, like old, subconsciously even rooted inner childhood energy, okay? Where there's forgiveness required, okay, to allow you to surrender to these new, obviously very positive changes that are coming in. And again, for you, Aries, feels like it's gonna be happening quite fast. Needing to have compassion for yourself and others, that's hugely part of the forgiveness process, right? What are the messages for Aries? I think that's it. Let's see. What are the messages for Aries? Okay. Health is being highlighted here. Okay, that did come up for one other sign. I don't remember who. I'm not really, just, I would say, like, take the normal sort of precautions. you know, you might want to do some meditation or visualization around health. Obviously listen to your body, okay, in terms of anything that's going on. See a doctor if need be. You have rebirth, which also came up in the Gemini reading, as well as communication, okay? I do feel like this could be, again, meeting someone new, engaging with someone new, communication in that way. Or what I'm really feeling is like, you know, psychic downloads for yourself, listening to your intuition, again, perhaps getting messages even through your dreams or something like that. So let's read for these two cards, rebirth and communication. This card indicates a time of major transition and transformation that will result in significant personal growth. By drawing this card, you have entered a period of spiritual awakening and rebirth, where you have the opportunity to align with your higher self and the overarching principles that guide you. This is where you surrender to the changes around you and prepare to be the best you can be. You're being encouraged to trust and believe that a magical future awaits, but first you need to let go of the old in order to experience the new. Take time to, and again, that's reminding me of the inner childhood healing work, okay? Again, very reminiscent of the Gemini reading I just did. Take time to reevaluate your core values and re-examine your life. Then eliminate any superficial foundations that don't align with your higher self and your dreams. This is a time to recognize and rise above any ego-based thoughts and behaviors, for humility and authenticity are the keys to your success. And the affirmation here says, through personal transformation, I reach my greatest potential. And number 33, communication. This card indicates a need to communicate your thoughts and feelings and have the courage to speak your truth. Instead of keeping things to yourself out of fear of judgment, ridicule, or conflict, you must express your honest opinion. By doing so, you are releasing that energy from your being and promoting a healthy body and mind. And remember, that health card is coming up. This card indicates that you have something important to say. You are being encouraged to communicate or express yourself through writing, speaking, singing, dancing, acting, music, or art. That call to creativity here. With the wisdom card, all this yellow here reminds me of the solar plexus chakra. This card does kind of as well, actually, okay, which is about creativity. Remember, we saw at the beginning of the reading that stand your ground card, and with the firm foundation and authority, it is sort of reminding me of like stepping into your power and asserting that, right, and not being afraid of asserting that. It says you may prefer to compose poetry or note your thoughts in a journal and keep your ideas and feelings to yourself, right? And this would be in the case where you're more so communicating with your higher self and your guides. Or you may choose to voice them to others so that you may give and receive guidance, wisdom, right? That wisdom is being repeated here in your reading, and hope. Whether your message is intended to inspire those around you or to simply heal yourself, it is important and necessary to help raise your own vibration, which in turn raises the vibration of the world. And the affirmation here is, by communicating my truth, I create a healthy, harmonious life. Amen. And we'll just read the affirmation for the health card. Again, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like that communication card kind of alluded to that as well. Because I don't feel like there's like, you know, something like you need to be worried about health-wise. It's more like, you know, when we hold on to things and we don't express things, we can sort of like make ourselves sick in that way. So the affirmation for the health card is, with a healthy body and mind, I raise my energy vibration. So if those affirmations resonated with you, perhaps write them down on a Post-it, put them up on a wall or a mirror, repeat them to your out loud to yourself daily. If this reading resonated with you, Aries, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website. You can also subscribe to my newsletter for free. And I do co-host a podcast called The Self-Care Kickback. We're on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but I'm still including the links down below, as we already have a few episodes posted. And in case that's something that speaks to one of you, I want you to be able to access it. So thank you so much for watching, Aries, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.